Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs and video games, and today I'm playing Hollow Knight. Last time on Hollow Knight, I discovered a new ending of the game after defeating the fifth Pantheon, the Pantheon of Hallownest. This time I will be leaving the Godhome and delivering delicate flowers. I intend to complete this delicate flower quest this time. So first we've got to teleport over to where the delicate flowers are, and pick one and deliver it. So my first intention with delicate flowers is to go down to the Deepnest. There are two characters in the Deepnest that I could attempt to deliver delicate flowers to. So that is my first goal. Now, where are we and where is the Deepnest? Also, you know what? I'm going to go in here. And the reason I'm going in here is because I should be wearing different charms for the delicate flower questing. In particular, I really don't need the Unbreakable Heart. And it would be extremely nice to be wearing the Grubberfly's Elegy. And then, just for ease of every time I look at the map, I'm going to be wearing the Wayward Compass. And then let's put on the Sprint Master, just in case it matters for me to get out of a sticky situation by moving fast. So, I am right there. I need to go down and to the left. I think going down is actually this way, right? I think it's that way. Am I remembering this wrong? Yeah, I am remembering it correctly. I'm just confused because I haven't been here in a while. Oh my gosh, there goes the first delicate flower. That was a very silly way to lose a delicate flower. But there it is. Apparently have to get used to this again. So down in the Deepnest, there are two characters. There is the Mask Maker, who makes the faces for the characters in this game, apparently. Makes masks, aka the faces that people wear. I've never really figured out the Mask Maker, honestly. I feel like there's something that I should be able to do with the Mask Maker that I have not figured out how to do. Also, I should heal that one damage so that I can use my Grubberfly's Elegy. And then the other character down there is the Midwife. Very interesting character, who again, I don't really know if there's anything that we can do with her other than talk and see some dialogue. At least there hasn't been so far. Here we go. Those creatures are a little bit dangerous, right? For a delicate flower quest. Alright. Now, we're really heading into the Deepnest. The main problem with the Deepnest is that characters just appear out of nowhere in the Deepnest. And that's not great for delicate flowers. Also, it's dark, so it's hard to see whether you're going toward spikes or not. Okay. Trying to be careful. I'm pretty close to the Mask Maker already. It's actually right in here. Let's kill that enemy so that they're not there when we come out. So, Mask Maker. A mask, a face, does it need one, does it not, to define, to focus, to exist? I cannot give a delicate flower to the Mask Maker. I am carrying one, right? Yes, I am carrying one. Okay. So, Mask Maker. Does it know of the face that hides beneath such remarkable contrast the worm conceived? I really think I should... Whoa. That's new. Has it witnessed that truth most tragic, the worm's great shame sealed away? Now this kingdom's stasis becomes the worm's legacy. Oh my gosh. Oh no. I missed the text. No bug has ever laid claim to this hole. Even the beasts knew their limits and bound their realm at Nest's edge. It is the ancient caste that made attempt at such vast rule. Hollow Nest's ruin reflects well those fared attempts. It sees the face beneath, or could it just be another mask? Truth in Hollow Nest is always buried deep. How many layers will it pry through? To change a face, to conceal it fully within another. A powerful protection that is, but one with sad consequence. The original mind is destroyed, though those of striking will may still retain a sliver of that concealed self. Faces I grant to all who'd request, not task for eye, but aid, gift to world deserving. So, I guess I've done a new thing with the Mask Maker. I think I used the down spell. I was going to try each of the spells. I wonder if all of them would work, or if it was just the down spell, and I just happened to do that one first. In any event, I have discovered a new thing, which is neat. Now, let's go carefully. Very carefully. Okay. I did two things there that both would have done it. And I survived. Great. Now we can keep going. And I'm going down to the what is she called? She is called the midwife. The midwife is pretty far through. Although I just need to go to the left here. I'm scared about all of the ceiling, because the ceiling might drop a rock on me or something. Okay. I would talk about other things, but I'm kind of involved in trying to dodge all of these things. Oh gosh. Well, there we go. I had plenty of soul to take care of that. Could have been very, very bad for me though. The stalking devouts are not my best enemy to dodge. Okay, where are we in relation to the midwife? Just over here. So can we give a flower? My good friend, you wear that bright mark of relationship. Then you've met her, perhaps. Her who'd guard the mark, the gendered child. A sprightly thing, isn't she? Pale gift to the nest and the beast, and fair trade for sacrifice made. Long she's been distant. It'd do our spirits well were she to grace us a visit home. Hee. Oh, I'm sorry. Old memories cause my mind to wander on such silly diversions, especially when I'm oh so famished. Then she tries to attack. Yeah, okay. I guess I can't give her a delicate flower because she just constantly attacks me at this point. Okay. Well, the next one, and it might be easier to go back to just let this delicate flower be destroyed and go back than to continue through the deep nest. But I'm not. I'm going to continue through the deep nest. The next place I'd like to go is the Fungal Wastes. There are a couple characters there that I could imagine delicate flowers being given to. Willow is one of those. Willow is in the Queen's Gardens, kind of at the edge of the Fungal Wastes. This room is dangerous. Let's get past it. I need to go down and to the right. Down and to the right in this room. Not the... Oh, there goes a flower. Okay. Well, like I said, it's probably easier that way for that flower to be destroyed. Get another one and go to the Fungal Wastes again. So, going to the Fungal Wastes, let me think about what the best way to do that is. So I could go straight to the Fungal Waste from the Queen's Gardens. I kind of like that. That goes towards the Queen's Station as well. So to get through there, that's a section of the Queen's Gardens I haven't been through very often. Let's do it. I'll probably need to consult my map a little bit more than usual. So now that we're out of the Deep Nest, let me start talking about charms again while I'm on my way. And the first charm, I'm still talking about charms that I don't think I'm going to wear again. So the first of those is going to be the Shape of Un. The Shape of Un is a charm that lets you move while you're focusing soul. However, it doesn't do much there. Like, you can move, but you can't move very fast or very far. You can kind of just squirm around, which is not impressive, let me tell you. So even though it allows you to move when focusing soul, it's not even very good at that. And that appears to be all that it does. So I don't think I'm going to wear that. It just doesn't seem very effective. I messed myself up there. Let's get myself back in the normal situation. There we go. And I believe I want to go down. Yes. I want to go down and to the right. The next charm to talk about is Joni's Blessing. Joni's Blessing is quite an interesting charm. It removes all of your life and replaces them with blue faces. You technically get more than you started with. You have more blue faces than you started with in life. But still, blue faces are much, much worse than just regular life. Regular white faces that your life is made up of. And so even though you get a few extra blue faces than you do white faces, they're so much worse. The one thing that Joni's charm was very important for, which, you know, it's kind of a reason to use it at all. And here's the Moss Prophet. This was actually on my list of attempting to bring a delicate flower to, because I wanted to see if the delicate flower would revive the Moss Prophet. Apparently not. Apparently I can't do anything anymore with the Moss Prophet. Blazing bright. Now, I need to go to the right and then up to the Queen's Station. Queen's Station is where Willow resides. So Joni's Blessing. Joni's Blessing is a scary charm to use. It was useful in one respect. It was useful getting into the into the place where we found the Lifeblood Core charm, where you needed, I think it was 13 blue faces to enter. That was the primary use for the charm, for Joni's Blessing, was to get another charm. Another blue face related charm though, the Lifeblood Core. I have the small inkling now that I've used blue faces a little bit more, simply because I've been using blue faces within the pantheons in the Hall of the Gods. I have the idea that blue faces are really nice if you are using your soul for purposes other than healing, which means spells, because then, at least while the blue faces last, you are spending your soul on spells, and when you get hit, you can take a few more hits because you have multiple blue faces. You have more blue faces than you have normal life. That is just not how I play. Not how I play at all. And even then, it seems like a questionable bargain. That's the only way I can think of blue faces, and therefore Joni's Blessing, to be very useful. Hello, Willow. This place must once have been quite the hub, built at the border between two lands, that misty drop to one side and those bulbous growths another. Neither place seems particularly welcoming, so while my little treats last, I'll stay right here. Feel free to stop by any time. I do like the quiet in the station. A little company is always good for one's health. Alright, we cannot give a delicate flower to Willow. There's another off the list. The Mask Maker, Midwife, Willow, and Moss Prophet. I'm going to go where the Leg Eater was. I'm expecting the Leg Eater to no longer be there, but still, I'm going to go where the Leg Eater was next. That brings me toward the City of Tears anyway. There's one character in the City of Tears that I could theoretically bring a delicate flower to that I haven't tried already, and that is Lem. Lem, my collector companion. A character in this game that has the same desires as I do, to collect the things of the land. We're just gonna skip this enemy. No reason to fight him. Let's see here. I was talking about charms. So now that I've talked about Joni's Blessing, there are two other charms that are very easy to talk about. There's the Lifeblood Heart. That's a charm that we bought from Salubra. The Lifeblood Heart also gives you blue faces. It gives you 2 blue faces. That seems very not interesting. Yeah, so the Leg Eater is gone. The Leg Eater went to go see Divine, and Divine gobbled him up. So the Leg Eater is just gone now. Where are we going next? We're going to the city. So if I go to the right, I'll eventually get to where the city is. The other thing about the Oh, I got an essence there. The other thing about the Lifeblood Heart that really bothers me is that it costs 2 charm notches to wear, which is the same number of charm notches as the Unbreakable Heart, previously the Fragile Heart, which gives you the same number of life, but it gives you life in the form of normal life, not blue face life. Gosh. Had trouble getting away from that explosion. And as I've said, white faces are so much better than blue faces. It means that having the Unbreakable Heart charm means that the Unbreakable Heart is just a lot better. Much, much better than than the other option, the lifeblood heart. Now I understand that the lifeblood heart is a lot easier to obtain, and therefore it might have been better earlier, but still. At this point, there's no reason to ever wear the lifeblood heart. I need to get into the city, and when you do that, you need to go up here now, since the gates have been closed once again. The lifeblood core is actually better than the lifeblood heart. I think it costs 3 charm notches, and it gives you 4 blue faces, which means you're getting a better deal on blue faces per charm notch. But again, for 4 blue faces, I don't think is as good as 2 white faces. 2 normal masks is better than 4 blue masks, which means the unbreakable heart is still better. This brings the other main thing I have to say about those 3 blue face charms, which is that the number of charm notches per blue face just seems like a poor deal for all 3 of those charms. And that makes me not very interested to wear them. Now then, we are going to see Lem. Lem is basically down and then to the right. I normally zip past through this part, but that's clearly a bad idea when I am wearing a delicate flower. I'm holding a delicate flower with me, so we're going to be much more careful this time. Lem is just up this way. Hello, Lem. No touching the antiques, my stock is not for sale. Still, if you've managed to come upon any interesting trinkets during your travels, I may be willing to trade. Step over to the counter here and I'll see what you've got.
Oh, Paul.
There's a forgotten history hidden in this kingdom's antiques, though few seem willing to look. Others come just to claw away at the cracks and ruins. Ha! Scavengers and thieves, it's contemptible.
War's son?
Admiring my shop, are you? Well, I'm no squatter. This place was dead empty when I moved in, and there's no one left alive to lay claim to the tower. If you fancy yourself a domicile in the city, go somewhere else, preferably in another building. I'm well content with just my relics. I'm not after neighbors.
Helma Delker.
We've talked enough, I think. Relics need cleaning, texts need deciphering. Out with you. This isn't a museum.
Helma Delker.
Well, we have learned that we cannot give a delicate flower to Lem. Next is going down into here, the Royal Waterways. There are actually several characters still around in the Royal Waterways. The first I'm going to go to is Tuck, who is right over this direction. Whoops. Somehow I turned myself around there. And here's Tuck. The water brings me everything I wish for. I just need to find it. It brought you here too. Are you hungry? I'll share my food with you if you give me Geo. I guess I'll purchase one of his quote food. This Geo is mine now. Don't try to take it back. Here, take your food with you when you leave. And if I recall, this is a rancid egg. Yep. Well, I got another rancid egg from Tuck. Whatever value that has. I'm not going to purchase more food. I guess we cannot give a delicate flower to Tuck. Okay, well. Next, the Luke Hermit, the Dung Defender, and the God Seeker are all down here. I think the one that I want to go to next would be the Dung Defender. So let's go toward the Dung Defender. That was dangerous. I went into a little area where there was an enemy and did not know the enemy was there. So, I need to cross this way, which will be safer if there's no exploding enemies. I'm heading straight toward the Dung Defender, I believe. There's an exploding guy there. Let's trigger him. That's probably the main danger of me losing this delicate flower, is those dive-bombing exploding guys. I guess rocks that fall from the ceiling and enemies that fall from the ceiling are my primary delicate flower problems, at least in my mind. So the Dung Defender should be in his little house, down in the dung. He's not. He made a little dung statue of me, though, right? I think that's supposed to be a statue of me. How nice of him. So even though I didn't find the Dung Defender, let's see who I can tell from the statues in the back. So there's the Dung Defender. This one that's right there looks like the Grey Mourner, honestly. Don't know who these are. One of them is probably the Beast. The Beast who was one of the ones that made a seal. Oh, you know what? You know what I should do while I'm over here? I should also go to Isma's Grove. Because purportedly, according to some YouTube comments, I have missed something in Isma's Grove. That probably just involves hitting Isma with my dream nail. That tends to be the thing that I forgot to do in a lot of cases. But let's see if that's it. Maybe I will discover even something else new. So that is here and to the right. And then after this, we'll go to the junk pit, where the other two characters are. Don't know where the Dung Defender is. It's kind of weird for the Dung Defender to not be down here. I've never seen him not be here, I guess, is what I'm saying. We should actually zip across. That's why that exists, is to tell you to zip across. Zip across here. And if I recall, there are dive-bombing enemies somewhere. So I would like to be careful. We can take the shortcut in, because we have Isma's Tear. And let's see if there's something for me to do with Isma. Huh. Well. Ogrim, there's no time. I guess that's probably it. I just forgot to dream nail her while I was here. Clearly I'm not supposed to go up there based on the movement that was happening there. I'm gonna go around back to see there's some way I can interact from the backside. The other option is maybe I should be wearing my defender's crest. Yeah, if there's anything here other than mentioning Ogrim, it's probably me wearing the defender's crest while being near Isma. Speaking of, the defender's crest is also a charm that I'm not really going to be wearing anymore, except for possibly trying to discover something with Isma. The effects of the defender's crest in battle are not very impressive to me. I guess it's fine, but I don't think it deals much damage. It just creates a little cloud around you, kind of like Pigpen from the Peanuts. However, the Defender's Crest does a couple of other neat things that I appreciate more about it. It makes some shopkeepers sell you things for cheaper prices. And it causes new dialogue for several characters. So those are the things that I think are really neat about charms. That other than the main like battle use case of the charm, there's also some diplomatic use case, or some use case that has to do with characters rather than battle. I enjoy that. That's one of the things that I enjoy about the Defender's Crest. However, I've kind of done all of that I think I'm going to do. I don't really have any other characters I intend to go visit with the Defender's Crest. I have to be careful about this one so that I don't lose my delicate flower here. Great. Delicate flower remains. And I need to go to the left. Down and to the left, I guess. This is the pathway toward the junk pit. Come on. There we go. Have to defeat all the sides of the enemies. Huh. That's a tricky one. Alright. Just run really fast. That was my method. Let's go through here. And go to the God Seeker and to... who else? The Fluke Hermit. The one that I like to call the Fluke Flunk. So, I'm going to look at my map in a second because it's hard for me to remember exactly the pathway here. The map doesn't have the pathway though. There we go. Get him to go that way. Nope, I needed him to go the other way. Well, here we are. There's nobody to the left. Well, clearly I forgot the pathway again. Get him to go past me. Go to the right. And then I need to go to the left up here. I can make it past him. There we go. I think I'm going to go see the Fluke Flunk first. Because the Fluke Flunk is up above, right? Actually, I guess the Fluke Flunk is further away. So let's go to the God Seeker first. Hollow Nest, this kingdom is blessed with true gods, true, all around the corpses of pretender gods, but not in Hollow Nest. Oh, I can give a delicate flower. An offering, yes, the crawler makes an offering to us. Rare bloom, tiny and pure. No god, though, no godliness, but still. What does crawler ask for in return? To touch? Our thick gleaming hide? To see? See the exquisite face beneath our mask? Such strange prayers. No, no! Crawler presumes too much. The gift is ours, kept by us, but our mysteries will be preserved. Gods, many shapes they assume. This bloom, then, a splinter, cast off, refuge of something greater? No, no tune. If it sings, we cannot hear it. Huh. Well, I now no longer have a delicate flower to give to the Fluke Hermit, so I guess we'll go back and get a delicate flower. However, I'm not going to go to the Fluke Hermit directly. I'm going to go toward Dirtmouth, and then from Dirtmouth go to the Hornet. And I guess while I'm on my way, I'll talk more about charms. Alright, we broke that flower immediately. Let's get another one. I can go across almost the entire map with one delicate flower, and then get hit immediately with the next one. Alright, so on the way, I'm going to talk about the Defender's Crest. Well, I've finished talking about the Defender's Crest. I'm going to talk about a charm that I consider similar to the Defender's Crest, which is the Spore Shroom. The Spore Shroom, it has a battle situation, has a battle effect, but the battle effect is not very interesting, honestly. When you heal, oh man, somehow I missed that dash. That was a strange way to have that flower be destroyed, because I dashed, but I didn't dash far enough. That's weird. Anyway, here's another one. Let's keep going. So the Spore Shroom, it has a battle effect, but the battle effect is weird, and you don't really pull it off against bosses. It's something that you would use against normal enemies, I guess, where you heal kind of nearby an enemy and then sort of avoid the enemy because you've done that. Let me be a little bit careful here. There we go. Past the hard part. And well, its battle opportunities is not the reason that you wear the Spore Shroom. It's not what's most interesting about the Spore Shroom. What's interesting about the Spore Shroom are its translation capabilities of both the text and the speech of fungal beings in this land. So we're going to do that to get rid of that enemy. And particularly, that's about Mr. Mushroom. Because Mr. Mushroom, we needed the Spore Shroom in order to do anything about Mr. Mushroom. And then the poetry coconuts. Those poetry coconuts were all fungal poetry coconuts. I got an essence back. That pays for one of the times that I use my teleportation. The poetry coconuts were written by the fungal creatures, and therefore using the Spore Shroom allows us to read the poetry of the coconuts. I think that was really cool. I really enjoyed that small aspect of the game, where I was able to read things because I was wearing a particular charm. And I think the game did a pretty good job of indicating to you that you needed to use that charm in order to read that thing, by there often being little spores around the thing that you needed to read. That was particularly important in Kingdom's Edge, far away from the fungal area in the game. There was something to read that gave me the hints about how to complete the Mr. Mushroom quest. And the reason I read it is because there were kind of the spores, like the fungal area around it. So I wore the Spore Shroom charm and was able to read that tablet. So where am I? I'm down there. I guess I want to go to the Forgotten Crossroads So I need to go up primarily. Basically just want to keep going up. Again, though, I'm done with the Mr. Mushroom quest. I'm done reading all of the poetry of the coconuts, to my knowledge. So I have no reason to wear that charm anymore, even though I really liked what it did before. I just don't have a reason now to wear it. I guess the next charm to talk about would be the Grub Song. The Grub Song is a charm that I really like. I like the Grub Song a lot, actually. It's a charm where whenever you get hit, you get some soul. And the first thing that I have to mention here is that why that's different from my opinion about the Thorns charm. Because I said when talking about the Thorns charm that if you have to get hit for the charm to do something, it's questionable to use it. Well, the Grub Song gave you soul. So what it was really doing was giving you what was necessary to heal a hit that you received. So it made hits that you take basically less bad. You might get hit, but you'll get some soul back. It's not all of the soul that you need to heal the hit that you just took, but it's some of it. And that's what I liked about the Grub Song charm. Now, as you can tell, currently, I am sufficiently powered up, and I have a lot of abilities to just not get hit anymore. And even when I do get hit, I can usually heal up no problem, even without getting a little bit more soul. So I won't be wearing it anymore. It's not particularly good in the fights that I'm doing in the Godhome, I think. I might wear it though. If I decide to do a fight that is not a Radiant battle, which most of the fights left are Radiant battles. So I need to go to the right. Directly right. I'm going to the Hornet next. But if I intend to do a fight in the Godhome that is not a Radiant battle, and I basically decide on a list of charms and I have one slot left to put a charm, I might put the Sprint Master, that's one option. I might put the Thorns, that's another option. But a third option, which I would consider doing, is putting the Grub Song on. Because it might allow me to not get hit. Or, it's not that it doesn't allow me to get hit. It may allow me to heal back an extra hit than I would have been able to heal otherwise. I came in here because that guy was about to explode. So I might actually wear the Grub Song again, but it would require a very specific circumstance. One in which I have one charm notch left over, and I have decided not to fill that charm notch with the Sprint Master, nor the Thorn charm. Alright, here we are at the Black Egg. Let's give the Hornet this delicate flower. The path is opened. One way or another, an end awaits inside. I won't be joining you in this. That space is built to sustain your likes. Its bindings would drain me were I to join. Don't be surprised. I'll not risk my own life in your attempt, though. The moment presents, I'll aid as I am able.
Hakana Sagamos.
Ghost of Hollownest, you possess the strength to enact an end of your choosing. Would you supplant our birth-cursed sibling, or would you transcend it?
Hakana Sagamos.
I cannot give her a delicate flower. I'm very surprised by that. So the next thing to do, I'm going to go up and Dreamnail Elderbug, because after giving him a delicate flower, I neglected to Dreamnail him. And somebody pointed that out, which means it's probably good to Dreamnail him. Let's Dreamnail him. These petals, so white. Can you see them too, watching me from wherever you are? Perhaps dreams aren't such bad things after all. Huh. Perhaps dreams aren't such bad things after all. So the flowers have something to do with dreams. Okay, the only one on my list that I have not delivered a delicate flower to, or attempted to deliver one, is the Fluke Hermit. So I'm going to go toward the Fluke Hermit. The best way there... The best way there is to the left and down. So I'm going down to the Fluke Hermit to deliver a delicate flower. That will be the end of this episode. Delivering that final delicate flower. And then I'm very curious now. So what I'm thinking, if the delicate flowers have something to do with dreams, the whole Godhome is in the dream world, basically. And we gave a delicate flower to the Godseeker, the one who is having a dream about the Godhome. Now, I need to be careful here, because there are a lot of things that fall from ceilings. So I'm wondering if that will change the Godhome in some way. And the most likely way for it to change the Godhome is for it to change it if I defeat a Pantheon. And obviously, the main Pantheon to think about there is the 5th Pantheon. So I wonder if that... I was thinking... Oh, I lost my flower. Alright. I am going to deliver this delicate flower in this episode. I might skip some of my travel to there, though, so that this episode isn't too long. But let me finish my thought while I'm grabbing this delicate flower and going. And after I figure out how I'm going to get there. I'm going to go there through the fungal wastes. I'm going to go down the way that I got to the fungal wastes before, and then go into the royal waterways. We'll figure that out when we get there. Let's get to the fungal waste first. But let me finish this thought. My thought here is that if the Godhome is entirely in the dream of the Godseeker, and we gave a flower that affects dreams, then maybe the flower would affect the Godhome. That's step 1. Step 2. I've previously thought that maybe the delicate flower that we gave to the Hornet, which she ended up not accepting, so that idea didn't come to pass. But I previously thought that giving a flower to the Hornet might cause there to be a different ending to the game, because the Hornet appears in the cutscene at the end of the game. However, now that I've beaten the 5th Pantheon, I know that the 5th Pantheon also has a cutscene at the end of it that is an ending of the game, and that the Godseeker is part of that cutscene. So what if giving a delicate flower to the Godseeker causes the cutscene at the end of the 5th Pantheon to be different? That would be pretty crazy and interesting if it were. I guess the next thing to say, which is part of the reason why my thoughts are going in that direction, is that I've been told that there were a few more endings than I had seen. That was a while back, but I think I still, even after the 5th Pantheon, hadn't reached that number. I think there's one more. And so, what if the one more is an ending that involves me having given that delicate flower? Those are the 3 different reasons why I'm thinking that way, and what I'm thinking. You know what? While I'm down here, let's create my teleport slot again. There. Because I don't need to teleport back to the delicate flowers anymore. I mean, I'm basically assuming that I'm going to be able to deliver this one. Maybe that was a bad assumption, but I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine to go the rest of the way that I need to go for this one delicate flower. Just be careful about things that might fall from the sky. Okay, and Fluke Hermit is straight through here. Hello, Fluke Flunk. Do you want a delicate flower? Noisy glah glah, scary up up, stay here glah. Glah glah, mother sends treasure, gather it up. Safe glah, little sisters glah glah. Stronger glah glah, bigger mother. Grow and grow, nice and wet. So I cannot give you a delicate flower. That means that I have exhausted my list of people that I could give delicate flowers. I tried the Mask Maker, the Midwife, Willow, the Moss Prophet. The Moss Prophet was deceased. The Leg Eater, also deceased. Lem. I tried Tuck. The Fluke Hermit just now. I tried the Dung Defender but couldn't find him. And I did deliver it to the God Seeker, and I tried to deliver it to the Hornet. So, I'm going to go back into the Godhome. Next time we're going to do more Radiant battles in the Godhome. I consider the delicate flower quest complete. In this episode, I completed my delicate flower questing. The 2+1s that you see on this screen are actually from last episode, since I didn't show the screen that time. I finished the last achievement in the game, and the 30 Pantheon challenges left are all about using bindings in the 4th and 5th Pantheon. New episodes every Sunday, and thanks for watching.